Dan Willis here, and we're talking about the Credit Core Solutions Collection Agency. Are you getting an onslaught of phone calls from Credit Core Solutions? Are they sending you letters demanding payment? Or maybe you've discovered a negative item on your credit reports. If so, you're in the right place. Credit Core Solutions is a third-party debt collector. They're located in Draper, Utah, and were originally founded in 2011. They'll service a variety of types of consumer debt, including retail accounts, credit cards, personal loans, and more. Our purpose here is to share how to deal with debt collectors and navigate these dangerous waters, along with sharing the tips to exercise your consumer rights and protect yourself, your pocketbook, and your creditworthiness. We need to begin with the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, Fdcpa. This is federal legislation intended to regulate the debt collection industry. In other words, it's the rules. It clearly says what time of day debt collectors can contact you, what they can say, who they can talk to about your alleged debt, and much more. It's worth your detailed review at your convenience. It also requires debt collectors to treat you with respect, along with providing you with that modicum of dignity that every human being deserves. And yes, the FDCPA is violated just about as often as our drug laws in our country. Now, will paying Credit Core Solutions improve your credit? Naturally, for most folks, their main priority is, will paying collections improve my credit? You'd think so. It makes sense if it did. But as of this video, paying off collections won't improve your credit. You see, if all you do is pay off collections, the only thing that happens is a change in the status of that item on your credit reports. It'll be changed from an unpaid collection to a paid collection. And this is still a negative item to have on your credit reports. Anthony Sprov, a spokesman for FICO, says collections on your credit report can damage and drag your credit score down by as much as 100 points. That's huge. Listen, if your big picture objective is to get a better credit score, we need to remove this collection mark entirely from your credit report, as if it never happened. And this is a very realistic goal because every year millions of collection marks are removed from consumers' credit reports. And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit report consultation by calling toll-free 1-844-517-7627. Now let's talk about the Credit Core collection methods. Beyond the phone calls, letters, and them reporting negative information on your credit reports, likely Credit Core Solutions will also inflate the total balance on your alleged debt. Legally, they can charge your account with a sky-high interest rate and, believe it or not, even collection fees. And these fees can be substantial amounts of money depending on the size of your alleged debt. If they're unable to collect payment, they typically have two options. First, they can turn around and sell the rights to your collection debt to yet another debt collector. Now, this new debt collector will begin contacting you and reporting negative information on your credit reports. Alternatively, they can file a civil lawsuit against you, as in sue you. They do this, their goal is to win a judgment against you because then they've really got you by the short and curlies. A judgment can potentially result in wage garnishment, liens being placed against you and or your property, and in some cases even asset seizure. Please check out your local legislation for full details because every state has unique laws. Credit Core Solutions is a debt buyer, and there's reports of them utilizing the legal process against consumers. We mention this because it's too easy to stick one's head in the sand, and with the false belief this problem will just vanish like a fart on a windy day. And if you'd like some more help, we're going to include a link in the description below over to an article at our website for the full story. We also have a free report available there for you, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. Now let's talk about the very first step to dealing with Credit Core Solutions, and that is to request debt validation. This is your consumer right granted by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, and when we request debt validation, we're essentially saying, Credit Core Solutions, you prove it. It's most effective to make your validation request in writing and send it using certified mail. This way you'll have evidence they received your request. You see, they're required to respond by providing you with the evidence, documents, and paperwork that proves this is your debt. This paperwork should also show you who the original lender or creditor was, the dates of account activity, your account balance, and all the relevant details. If they fail to validate your debt, you're no longer legally responsible for payment. Moreover, they're supposed to contact all 3 credit bureaus to have them remove this collection mark from your credit reports. And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit report consultation by calling toll-free 1-844-517-7627. Now, the second step is looking at the age of the account. If they do validate our account, our next step is to review these documents in detail. We're looking for your last dates of account activity because, contrary to popular belief, you're not legally responsible for repayment forever for most types of consumer debt. Generally speaking, you're only legally responsible for repayment for about 7 years. Once this time window runs out and expires, the debt is supposed to be forgiven under state law, and that state law is called the Statute of Limitations. The Statute of Limitations says exactly how many years you are legally responsible for repayment, and it does vary by state. So for full details, check out your local legislation. This legal time window applies to retail accounts, charge-off debts, medical bills, credit cards, personal loans, utilities, telecommunications, and many more. One of the few exceptions is federal student loans in default. Warning. Yup, a warning. The debt collection industry is notorious for re-aging consumer accounts, consequently enabling them to continue to attempt to collect payment. Credit Core Solutions is a debt buyer, which increases the odds they may re-age and use this unethical tactic. And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit report consultation by calling toll-free 1-844-517-7627. Again, that's for a free credit report consultation, and the toll-free phone number is 1-844-517-7627. This is Dan Willis. We're going to include a link in the description below over to an article at our website for the full story. We also have a free report available there for you, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. And of course, subscribe and join our congregation, because coming up next, we're going to be talking about how to potentially negotiate a settlement agreement and pay off Credit Core collections, and so it will help and improve your credit score. So of course, subscribe and join our congregation. Have a wonderful day, and looking forward to talking to you again here soon.